All right, us cons, here we are. We are now in the driver's seat taking a look at QQ7 versus BONKS Go to Horny Jail. QQ7 is O7's social clan, is that right?
Yes, it is, and yet you might hear social and think less, but no, 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 no. QQ7 is nasty. They are right there behind O7 in terms of lethality. Do not ever discount them. QQ7 bringing a Montana, a Kremlin, Des Moines, Minotaur, which I assume is a Manitar, of course, double Napoli, Gearing, Daring, and Shimakaze. What's going on over on the other side with BONKS?
Over on BONKS, we've got a Montana. We have a Schlieffen. I am so excited to see a Schlieffen. We've got a Des Moines, double Napoli, Alexander Nevsky, Gearing, and double Daring. I'm very thrilled to see the Schlieffen. Schlieffen, one of those really interesting add-ons to the Tier 10 battleship pool. Very, very, very nice secondaries, good speed, good concealment, and a huge bank of torpedoes. Allow it to do stuff that other battleships just don't get to. Right out of the gate here, we're going to see a pair of Darings. They're going to both head right for the B cap. Both BONKS and Hoodlum Walrus going to very likely be doing the DD mating dance here as both teams spread out to make equal pressure. No one making a beeline for the A cap with a Marceau. Is it because that one was one of the bans?
Maybe. I mean, there are other fast options that they could have gone with, and yet they just didn't go with any of it. No Colbert, no really anything. It's just going to be a slow boat-a-thon, and yet we definitely have to pay attention to the fact that BONKS is bringing 5 ships, whereas 07 or QQ7 is bringing 3. We've got the Darings doing the twerk dance over at Bravo. Looks like QQ7 is ahead halfway. And BONKS is actually set up playing safe over at Charlie because they know how heavy of a push they've got at A. So Somalia's Best and Polar Bird claiming dominance over C. Looks like 2 caps going to go to QQ7 as shots already begin to be, well, fling through the air.
Absolutely. Big question going to be, is QQ7 going to get caught and perhaps lose a ship here at A? Because the Daring of Dyer and the Napoli of Addy both going to be in a forward position here, ready to slap something. Doesn't look like it, as the Shimakaze of Special K going to outspot both. The question then is, will the Schlieffen of Hidden Staps be able to just muscle his way into A, backed up by yet another Napoli? 2 Napolis plus a Schlieffen is an incredibly powerful amount of both main battery and secondary shots. So can they translate that into a kill or into the A cap is the big question. Looking over at B, the BONKS Daring not able to actually continue pressuring B cap as the radar of Polar Bird, Minotaur, actually able to catch him for a while there and push him off. He's moving back now, trying to find a good angle on Hoodlum Walrus.
Yeah, I think A is the place to watch right now. Why? Because the Schlieffen has not been detected. The Napoli, well, both of them just got detected, sure. But again, this is where the mass of the ships of BONKS have to come in. They have to matter. There's some torps coming in. They're getting juked. The Schlieffen not taking the bait. Napoli also, same thing. And we've got shells being traded as Big Boy 69 is being pushed off on the 1-2 line. They just don't have the assets to stop it. Although we see BONKS has stepped into Bravo. Worth noting, there's a Des Moines in the north and a Des Moines in the south. Captain Vermicelli pops radar so that he can try to save the B cap, and sure enough, throws some shells at BONKS. Is he going to be forced from the cap? He is, so B is going to stay secured. There's a 90-point lead to QQ7 at the moment, and right now, A, while being straddled, is not being slipped into.
Buckle up, ladies and gentlemen. Turret Bunk and Hidden Stats trying to stay hidden as long as possible, but now spotted as they are making their play for A. Here's the big thing, ladies and gentlemen. Special K's torpedoes not really out in a position to punish either of these 2 ships for making a play for A. Had he thrown maybe 2 racks, he could land some significant damage on both of these ships. But there's the second rack. It's out, but I think it is too late as the Schlieffen can now move into A along with the Napoli, basically at impunity, with impunity, excuse me. So very likely they're going to step into A. A is going to be theirs, but already 2 caps for QQ7. The question is, how does BONKS exactly plan to make up on this major, now almost about 150 to 200 point lead that QQ7 has?
You know, I'm going to be honest, I'm not sure. Taking A is definitely going to be the first step. The question is, how are they going to stage off of A? We've got the Napoli of Addy, who's already moving into the south. Now that A is secured, the Napoli of Big Boy on QQ7's side is pushed off to the edge of the map. that pretty much means that they're going to have to take A, use the islands in A to assault and claim B. Right now, we've got the majority of the QQ7 force over at C. They've dominated the area, but they're still on the 8, the 9, the 10 line, and that's just not going to matter any longer. We see that BONKS does have a Montana, a Nevsky, and a Gearing in the south, but they're outside of the match. Mostly they're there for just kind of presence and pressure. Right now, it's going to B. B is where the fight's going to happen, and we already see BONKS as he stepped in to contest.
Absolutely. So very smart play here by BONKS. They're moving their ships that have already taken A out into the eastern mouth of the caldera, as BONKS already pressuring and taking B cap, but the daring of Hoodlum Walrus still there defiantly. There is no radar necessarily able to detect Hoodlum Walrus. Oh wait, Arch Zero has moved up. He is just now within 10 kilometers. He knows the Hoodlum Walrus. There goes the radar Hoodlum Walrus seen. The question is, 2 Napolis, 1 Schlieffen, a Des Moines, and a Daring, all now able to open up on Hoodlum. Here come the guns as the 5-second delay is up. There it goes. How much damage is Hoodlum Walrus going to take is the big question. Can they finish it? A huge hit onto Hoodlum Walrus. Good Lord. I want everybody to know right now, he used to be Gentleman Walrus, and then I called him Hoodlum Walrus during COTS 12, and he changed his name.
Well, he did actually make it out. He got dark, and he only left half his ship behind. That's going to lock B in the possession of BONKS. They have bunked the Hoodlum. They have taken his stuff, and now, even though they're down by a little under 200 points, they do have a win condition, 7 minutes, 50 seconds to hold, and they're going to be able to do it. And right now, QQ7 still has to move their assets out of C and into position to start to threaten the center of the map. We are actually noticing that BONKS is running an interesting play over on the 10 line. The Nevsky spotted, looks to be kiting out, wants to stay safe from torps, but a Gearing is using an aggressive smoke line, pushing up north and potentially looking to not only shove off Somalia's best, the Gearing from QQ7, but maybe even backdoor C if QQ7 moves too far off of C.
Special K's Shimikaze and Big Boys Napoli now realizing the Schlieffen and Napoli in the A-cap are officially not paying attention, attempting to make some pressure here against Dire 3's Daring. The question here is, can they now put enough pressure onto the Napoli and or the Schlieffen in order to make this work? Schlieffen of Hidden Stats and Turret BONKS, Napoli now basically stuck there. The question is, can Special K keep them lit long enough for maybe the Minotaur of Polarberg, the Kremlin of Moose on the Loose, and for Hoodlum Walrus to start putting some damage onto these guys? That's the big question. So will that happen? We're going to have to see. Special K not able to get torpedoes off into the A-cap, but BONKS now in a very strong position. They are now technically in win condition, as at the moment, QQ7 has no hopes of retaking B.
That's right. BONKS is moving up Murica. That Montana coming in south of C. We see Battleship Nagato and the Daring of BONKS moving on Charlie, as the Nevsky's going to come into a smoke cloud and be able to assist. That pins Somalia's best as well as Polarberg to the C side of this map, while the Daring of Hoodlum Walrus is unopposed. The only thing that's going to be able to spot him is a radar out of the Des Moines of Arch Zero, who is not quite close enough and frankly playing back because of the Kremlin of the Moose on the Loose. Pretty soon that Daring's going to hop into B, and that win condition will dry up and disappear right until BONKS slides into C.
Huge hits coming in onto Battleship Nagato's Gearing from the Minotaur of Polarberg, but return shots coming in on Polarberg's Minotaur from the Nevsky, not finding much purchase. Montana shots coming in. They do overmatch, but again, Polarberg lives to fight another day. C-cap now contested by BONKS' Daring. There is nothing to oppose him there. We are looking at a 3-cap for BONKS match, as BONKS now approaching perilously close to flipping the point lead back into their favor. Big hits on Captain Vermicelli's Des Moines coming in all the way from the Montana of Murica. Yeah. You know I wasn't going to say your full name. You knew that. You knew it. You knew it when you signed up. The Napoli of Addy now moving in to try to support the B-cap, as Hoodlum Walrus has flipped B-cap back into the Social Clan's favor.
So the Hoodlum has made away with C, or no, he's made away with B right out under the noses of everyone, as Bravo is wrapped and yet not secured. BONKS does finalize C. Notice, Over on the 10 line, the Nevsky has pushed up. Over on the 1 line, the Napoli and the Shimakaze are literally on the spawn side of the map for BONKS. The Napoli was shoved against the edge as he juked some torpedoes, still 8-1, unable to find a way in. The Schlieffen is just too much to want to tango with. Not a joke, but they're slowly working him down. They're slowly trying to make their magic happen as torpedoes fish for the hoodlum, but do not find him, as we see BONKS moving back towards B.
Well, now a second Napoli from QQ7 coming over to the west side, perhaps to try and force out the Napoli of Turret Bonk, or maybe the Schlieffen of Hidden Stats, in a what is hoping to be a gruesome battle to the death between these two, as it is big hits there on Big Boy's Napoli. I think, or perhaps that was just the white bar from the mod. I'm sorry, I don't usually use that mod. Like, oh my god, it's a white bar! It's been there the whole time. Yes, I suspect a massive brawl is going to occur at A, as QQ7 really trying to figure out how do we wrest these caps back. Is Hoodlum Walrus going to take a torpedo? No, he dodges them because that's what hoodlums do.
He did take a lot of damage, though. He lost quite a bit of his health, and I don't know how many heals he's got left. He's only got 5,000 health remaining. Meanwhile, on the other side, the Nevsky that was sneaking up the 10 line, Frat Star for life, took a beating from Polarberg and was shoved away from the front line. Not interested in taking this any further. Okay, Alt key, do stuff, yeehaw. So hearing Chuck some torps over at the Polarberg as once again musical caps continues. Bravo falls to BONKS and Charlie falls to QQ7 as Battleship Nagato does not have a hydro. Will he slip between? Probably, but okay, no, he is able to stop with the engine boost, but that's going to put him on a collision course with Somalia's Best, and Somalia's Best is up by about 2,000 health and a Minotaur. That Minotaur, if he's able to get some shells in, is going to be rather unpleasant. Right now, BONKS has 2 caps. Charlie is contested, and we've got a 38-point swing toward BONKS as a conga line is sent in the direction of Hoodlum.
He has his hydro up. I think he's going to dodge those without too much trouble. He is, however, spotted by radar. I think it's it must be the Des Moines. My question is it? No, that's way too far away. How is Hoodlum spotted? Did he shoot is the question. He is looking to go down here, dodging all the torpedoes, but so much fire coming in. Are they going to finish him? No, not yet. Still more shots in the air. Down goes Hoodlum Walrus. First kill, 13 minutes into this match. This now gives BONKS
A side, Napoli, torps, they're making a push, and they've got a wall of torps coming in to greet them. That's going to be 1, 2, 3. Looks like another 1, 2. Oh my gosh, 5 torps off the Daring in the south as the Napolis attempt to wrest A back to their side. Hidden Stats still in a battleship. More torps coming from the Schlieffen. That's going to be another one into the side of the Napoli. And will he juke? He does, but that's going to go down goes the Napoli. That's the front smoke. Does Big Boy 69 have a smoke of his own? It looks like Special K is noping right the heck out of this push as he goes to the north and says, "Nuh-uh, buddy, not me." He does throw his torps, though, so at least he's got that moral support in there. Right now, BONKS has 2 caps. C continues to be locked down, and Hidden Stats, well, he's got openly seen guns. 7,000 health remaining as doesn't take it down. Big Boy 69 is going to be the victor. It's going to be Napoli versus Napoli, but A still is held by BONKS.
Oh, huge hit on the turret bonk.
Got an oof. He's going to cut inside the torps. It's coming down.
What is happening?
Does turret bonk get torps off? Does he get torps off?
He does. Where's the shot? No shot.
That's going to be
Big Boy.
Bonk goes Frazier. That's going to be A still in the contested play as B goes to the Moose on the loose as the Kremlin takes shots from literally all angles.
They're too slow, not coming in. They do not hit. I think Moose had to take those shots blind. There was 1 minute 30 seconds remaining on the clock. The only way that QQ7 can pull this off is by not losing Moose and securing a kill. The torps, the Special K missing turret bonk. Special K now realizing he has a minute 20 to turn around and wreck that Napoli, but he can't. He turns the other way. Again, what did we say he did earlier? He said, fair best wishes, thoughts, and prayers. Is that
He said, peace, bro.
Peace, brother.
That's what he did.
But wait, here comes Turret Bonk coming around the corner, smelling blood in the water. Will K get another set of torpedoes off? He has 56 seconds left to try and secure a kill because, oh no, Moose is going to go down in the center.
Moose is down to 2. He's down to 1. He's going down while
Well,
Somalia is
I really got to say that that's...
not finding anything.
Damn it. Damn it! Here we've been telling these guys you have to hold on, otherwise the audio reloops. And what did I do? I Fruit Loops the reloops. So, well, Zap, that was really an incredible game we just watched there as BONKS picks up the victory against QQ7. Wouldn't you say?
I think it was fantastic. And you know who I know wants to talk all about this? Our glorious analyst duo. Let's take it over to Bogsy and the Scones.